everybody. Sorry. Try that again. Good morning, everybody. It's 7:22 in the morning, and it's still quite kind of darkish out. It's just dreary weather. So, you know what? Try and be nice for photos and stuff. And last night I was cleaning off that makeup, and I had to scrub quite hard and stuff with the flannel. And I successfully I got some spots on my cheek. If you can see there, it rubbed so hard that I got a nice little kind of sore. So yeah, that really hurts. And then I'm sat watching some Netflix in bed on my tablet, because I couldn't get Donna very kindly loaned me her laptop, and it wouldn't let me use Wi-Fi on guest, so so I wasn't able to go on the internet. She did send me the password for her account, but I didn't feel comfortable doing that. So anyway, sat on watching Netflix on my tablet, and I was trying to get comfortable and hold it at an angle and stuff like that, and it fell forward and hit me in the face, and now I have a thick upper lip, which you won't be able to make out on the camera. Actually, you can kind of. So yeah, I have a nice big sore there. It really hurts. So basically, I'm gonna have my photo shoots and look like I've had the shit punched out of me. Oh joy! So I'm not happy about that. I'm going to go down for breakfast, and I don't know where it's been held. So I'm going to end up probably walking around the bloody hotel. Really tired. Oh, I only got about 4 hours sleep, so and even that was kind of broken. But the nice thing is you know, I can decide whether to go to the party tonight or not. So my camera decided to do its connection error between the camera and the screen again. Don't like it when it does that. I don't know why it does it. So yeah, so I'm gonna go down for breakfast. Nice thing about kind of them starting a bit later is I can decide whether I might go back to bed, but oh jeez, I'm sorry. I can you know, get a proper shower and stuff like that before the day starts. My only concern with not much happening, like during the morning, is I don't want to be bored tomorrow. And I got really bored last year when everything was done pretty quickly. So I don't know whether to spread, you know, like thinly spread myself in the morning on both days, or get all my signing on one day and do photos the next, or whatever. I haven't decided what to do with that yet, so I gotta figure that out. But it is nice to, in a way, like I say, to have the choice whether I go for the parties or not. So, but anyway, I better throw some clothes on, go get some breakfast. I don't know when. Well, I can't remember what time she said it goes till. I think they said it starts at 6, and beyond that, I don't remember. So, anyway, I'll see you later though. Bye. So it's 8:05, and I just got back from breakfast, which actually is not that far away. It's near the lifts, but oh my god, this hotel is so posh. I went in there and there's these people kind of stood around. Can we help you? And they do your standard kind of continental breakfast and your cooked breakfast and stuff like that. And they're like doing everything, and they're like, "Oh, can we get a drink for you?" And it was nice because I think some people went up by choice, but and they're like waving over these other waitresses, and to pour tea and stuff like that. And I had a fried breakfast, which was all right. It was better than Travelodge's, but they ordered the fried eggs, and they turn up, and they're in these little perfect little like, freaking boobs on a plate, these perfect circles, and slightly undercooked, far too runny for me. I like them when they're a bit brown on the bottom, but I know not everybody cooks them like that. So you know what? If they'd been a bit more solid, though, I would not have minded. But I could taste like the egg white still on the bloody coating of the top. So that made me feel a bit sick actually. So I'm worried that that's going to have a kind of knock-on effect. But yeah, there was these perfect little circles on a plate. They took a little while to come, and I was like, she did say that they'd ordered them, right? But the problem is then these people, because they're like ready to help, they start hovering, and you get very self-conscious while you're trying to eat of these people. But I will say, I can see why how rich people live the life. I would never be one of those kind of rich people that does all the like kind of lazy ass stuff and that, and if they've earned the money and stuff, then kudos to them. I couldn't be like that. If I won the lottery, I'd still be boring old me, kind of thing. But yeah, it was really bizarre about just looking up and just calling to them kind of thing. But yeah, no, when they weren't hovering, they were then off talking to each other at the entrance of the hall. And you're like, I was full. I couldn't eat all my bacon. Seriously, people, I wasted bacon. The fuck? It's not even as if I had a big breakfast. I had beans, eggs, sausage and bacon, and that was it. But I couldn't eat it all. I couldn't eat all the egg because it was disgusting. But yeah, I couldn't eat all the bacon, and I couldn't have the second bread roll that they'd bought me. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice to try there as opposed to McDonald's. I might have McDonald's, like I say, breakfast Monday morning, but if I get breakfast included with the room, then I might as well take advantage of it. And the fact that it's quite nice, I might have a light kind of fruits and stuff tomorrow. Because, the best thing, saying about fruits reminded me. So I had a cup of tea first, and then I asked for a glass of apple juice. They bring round this wine glass with apple juice in, and they set it down, and honestly, it looked like I was pissing it up at 7:30 in the morning. It looked like wine. It was just so... I'm going to take a picture tomorrow of it. The thing is because it's low lighting in there, and because there's these people kind of hovering around, I didn't get my phone out to take a picture. I was going to take a picture of the breakfast, which sounds really silly, but it's always nice to see the different ones from different places. But yeah, it looked like wine. It was so funny. I know I'm probably the only one who gets amused by something like that, but yeah. So, like I say, it's now just coming up to 8:15. I'm going to shower. I'm going to have a moment to digest some of that food. I have a bit of a runny nose and sore throat this morning, so I'm worried that con flu is already starting to set in. Because I was feeling fine before I left, so I was feeling fine yesterday. But it could just be first morning kind of thing. Waking up in the morning, but in a strange place and having so little sleep. But we'll see. But I'm going to have a little rest, kind of digest my food, and I'm going to get in the shower, because look at this hair. That takes 4 hours of broken sleep to get that hair, people. You would not believe how hard I have to sleep to get hair like that. Actually, it's looking a little better. It seems to have settled down over the course of breakfast compared to... I didn't even comb it earlier. I think you might have seen it. and it was sticking up everywhere. And now it seems to have laid down. Okay. So I'm going to go get a shower, try out this shower with the slippy floor, and then on to Hallowhedon. Hey everybody, it's 12 on Saturday the 1st of November. Can't believe we're in November. You wouldn't have guessed it by looking out the window. Look at this. Look, November weather in England, and it's like 20 odd degrees. I heard it was like 24, I think somebody said. It is warm in here. I've only got these curtains shut because I've been out all day. I love the little knobby bits on these. Look at this. Amazing. Love them. Be great in my bedroom. Anyway, so I just got back. I've got all my autographs. I've only got 3 of my photo. Well, technically 4, because we get the group shot. I got my, so I got Mark Metcalf, who very considerately signed in, black pen on a dark picture. Not very well thought out. He's the one I haven't got the photo with yet. I got Claire Kramer, who was really awesome and really friendly. I'd like to get guest encounter with her if I can. That's my photo with her. Troy Blundell, who loved my Firefly t-shirt, aiming to be shiny. So he put on my autograph, "You are shiny." I thought it was brilliant. He was really nice. And I said that I just remembered seeing him in the newsroom. He had a very small part, and I was like, "Is that him? Is that Jinx?" You know, kind of thing. So, but I said I was sad that he'd left, and he said that the makeup was just a nightmare. So I can understand that. So, but that's my picture with him. Kind of gutted I didn't ask for a hug. I didn't ask for any hugs today. Worse is, so this is Andy Umberger, and I'm pretty sure I mispronounced his name while trying to read his name in the booklet yesterday, so many apologies. I probably said like a right div, because I was like, I'm trying to read in that font, and unfortunately I was trying to read it on my camera screen, and with my eyesight condition and stuff like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think I said like Ori or something like that, but yeah, it's Andy Umberger. But it's so funny, on a picture of the Hoffman, I got him to put an X-Files quote about reducing your vision, because it just made me think of Mulder, essentially, indicating that he might have thumped that agent auditor. But he's really touchy-feely, he's really lovely. I'm really gutted because we've kind of made this chatting along to this lady who's a VIP visitor. She's come all the way from Sweden. She's a really lovely lady. She had a problem with her chair yesterday in the talk. 2 of the legs, like diagonally, were a lot shorter than each other. And she was like rocking back and forth, and we were joking about how, because I was sat in the front row next to her, and we were making jokes about how, can you imagine if she'd just been sat there kind of rocking, trying to find the right position on the chair, and the people on the stage just going, we can't talk because we're really distracted by the lady at the front rocking back and forth on the chair. But because she paid like £900 for a VIP ticket, she gets 2 photo shoots with each person, and she got a standard one with him, like mine, and she got a huggy one as well. And it's a beautiful picture, and I am really gutted. I didn't even think, sometimes at these things, especially like, because I'd got all my autographs. I had one photo shoot with Troy Blundell first thing, And then I went into the room to get all my autographs, which I did. And then I went straight to the photo, and that was when I missed Mark Metcalf's photo shoot, because I was getting my autographs. And you know what, you just end up, because they have you queued next to each other, you just kind of like navigate, you kind of feel you're sort of drawn to each queue. So that's the thing, I came out of the autograph section and went straight to the photo section, and my first one back was with Claire Kramer. And then you end up just sat there, waiting for the next one to start. And you end up in this kind of, if you will, conveyor belt style, repetitive kind of, and, you know, you queue up, you go in, you go for your photo, smile, leave, collect your photo. And you end up in that repetitive kind of thing. And sometimes it's easy to forget. Like some people, I'm not bothered about having a hug with, and that sounds weird. But there are some people you want more of a hug with than others. And, you know, sometimes you just completely forget to mention it. So yeah, I'm gutted I didn't get oh, sorry. Okay, so that was quite possibly the funniest thing ever. I'm sat there talking to myself on a camera about how gutted I was not to have a cuddle with Andy Umberger. And the room service cleaning lady came in. She comes in and interrupts me on the phone while I'm chatting away. Would you like me to clean your room? Well, there was something I was going to explain earlier. There's this special switch by the door that you're supposed to flick if you want either do not disturb. I didn't realise this. It was only because Joanna's mum, she came in to help with the shower, which I'll also demonstrate later. But yeah, she came in and she told me. But I did want the room cleaned. I can't see the screen now. Bloody sunshine. Bloody November. So yeah, so I did want the room cleaned, bed made, towels replaced and stuff, but I was hoping for that after, like, I'd left for, you know, I'm not going out for lunch, well I might now, might get a McFlurry or something, but yeah, I've been kicked out of my room. I could have said no, leave it for a while, but I thought get it done while there's the opportunity, so yeah, I've been kicked out. So I'm outside the hotel, in the blazing heat. Come out in my t-shirt. Get a shot of the front, I guess, but it's not on my phone. I don't know. A shot that's not on my see, I just have memories of running around the front of here. They had a cone there that I was threatening to put up. They haven't got it now, obviously. But it just brings up memories of running around the front late at night with Donna at Chevron. And Gary Chalk spotting us and just going, evening ladies. Good times. So yeah, so it's nearly just gone 20 to 1. The talks start at 1:45, so I really want to be back at the hall, you know, ready to queue by about 1:15 or something. So I need a loo in that because the bloody woman stopped me from going. So hop over to Mackie D's, get a drink, a nice cold drink. Really need that. Yeah, so this is it during the daytime. So anyway, I'll be back, well, after the talks now. Obviously we're not allowed to video in there. I wasn't able to video like I did with last year because the signing area is on its own. It's in the main hall, even though yesterday they told us it would be somewhere else. They apparently changed their minds. So the main signing area. Last year it was in the same room. Oh, the joys of being next to an airport. Last year the dealer's room was in the same room as the signing, so I was able to video in there. But you're not supposed to take photos or video in the signing area otherwise. So I didn't take any in there, and you know, I've got to be respectful, and other people aren't, but I can't be disrespectful. That's just not in my nature. So anyway, I might film before the talks. I'm hoping to go, like I say, for a couple of guest encounters, but we'll see. But other than that, for now, I'll see you later. My kiddies. Got my meal. Cheddar classic. So yeah, I decided to sit indoors. So yeah, it's really boring, I know, but yeah. God, I hate depression. So, hey, but yeah, I ended up in this get up again. It's what is it? It's 25 to 11. I will be cheery for this video. So it's taken me 5 minutes to compose myself to get yeah, so anyway, I ended up back in this garb. I wasn't going to, but went for the we got given an extra drinks reception, and Troy Blendell was asking people what they were going to wear because tonight was the Halloween party, and he was asking people what they were going to do costume wise. And I, you know, like I say, was not planning on putting this stuff back on. I'd packed it. I'd put it at the bottom of my suitcase and everything. And he went to me, and I mentioned that I'd done this, you know, yesterday in the chat and stuff. And I showed him a picture that I'd taken on my phone. And he was like, oh, that's amazing, you should totally do that. And a group of the other people around the table were like, yeah, definitely do that. And then I was about to put my phone away, and Andy Umberger came to the table, because it was Troy's Blendell's time to leave. And Andy Umberger wanted to have a look. So he was like, that's just brilliant. Which is kind of a bit of a boost, because I've not done this type of costume before. I've done the show costumes, like for Arrow at Milton Keynes, and obviously the Stargate one with Donna Knox. This is not the kind of thing I would do on my own, though. So yeah, it was quite nice that they hadn't just gone, oh, that's all right, you know, that's good, or whatever. It felt like genuine, and like I say, the other people there were pretty awesome. Claire Kramer, I got to go to a guest encounter with her, and I'm sorry, I'm taking this work, it's pissing me off. Get my hair back. And she had mentioned in the guest encounter that the X-Files, what used to be, she's quite geeky about shows, and she mentioned that the X-Files was one of her shows, you know, back in the day. So I said, oh, just quickly, just because she was going on about costumes as well, so I showed her the picture as well. And it kind of, I got very self-conscious about it, but it seemed to be quite a good, like, stepping stone for them with conversations with everybody else. But she really liked it as well, and I said, and she was like, "You going tonight like that?" And I was like, "No, I haven't really had the plan to." And she was like, "You have to do that. You must." And so that was, so I thought I'd do that. So I was chatting with, I keep saying Joanna, it's Joanne, the good friends that I made. Joanne and her friend, her mum Leslie. I thanked them last time for being awesome. So though we were chatting for ages, and Leslie said, she said to me after the guest encounter, she said, "Oh, you've really come out of your, come out of yourself." And I think that's the thing, like doing the YouTube chats with my DVD reviews and May to December and stuff, is I feel like I can be my true self, come out, talk about stuff that I love, etc. And really be, and feel accepted and all that stuff. Sorry. Sorry. So it's that kind of thing. I think I touched on it last Hallowhedon. I don't like to watch that video back because that gets me emotional just watching that back. So I'm trying not to be like that now. So many apologies. Somebody very kindly commented on my Hallowhedon videos from last year and said that you look like you got really down. And it's not that. It's just, depression's one of those things that easily sets in at the tiniest little thing. It's like at the moment, I can feel myself getting ready to cry again, and there's no reason for it, and it's really annoying. Seriously, people don't appreciate, those who don't suffer with depression, they don't appreciate how much it can just take you over without warning. But anyway, she said, and we got chatting for ages about, when you repress so much and stuff like that, and then you're in this group of people where you feel just free to talk to people, and everybody has the same common interests, so you can just jump into conversations with people. And I said this last year, is that, I was talking to strangers left, right and centre, and that's not normally me. And as a result, people think that I'm really confident, and I'm really not. I can't start conversations. I tend to tag on if I overhear people talking about something. I can jump on the bandwagon kind of thing and just laugh and go, yeah. Starting conversations is not my thing. It doesn't help I'm so fucking boring. If I wasn't such a boring person to talk to, it would be so bad. Anyway, my point was just, so I went down for the part. I was like, okay then, that was a good, it made me feel good about myself for a change. And that's a rare occurrence. And look, I end up feeling guilty as a result. So I came up, we were chatting for quite a while after the auction finished. I bought some goodies. I bought a couple of things. I've never been at the auction before. But I bought a couple of signed pictures that were going as a twofer kind of thing. One of them I already had, but I was Christine Sutherland. I got in one of my autograph packs from Gold Pass for LFCC. But Emma Caulfield was the one I was after. So I got that for like 18 quid for the two. So that was quite nice. So if anybody wants a Christine Sutherland auto and they want to offer me some money for it, let me know. I got it to sell. I shouldn't have told you how much it was, should I? Damn, I should have charged a bit for that. Anyway, so I bought that, and I bought a script that's signed by Alexis Denisov, TJ Tyne, and Charisma Carpenter. So I paid a little too much for that, but it was quite cool just to get. It's from the 100th Angel episode, You're Welcome, where Cordelia dies. So I like that episode. That makes me nice and teary at the end. So because clearly I enjoy being teary. So anyway, yeah. So that didn't finish till 6:30 or so. and then they had the drinks reception, the extra drinks reception we got, and that was on for an hour, and then we were chatting for like half hour or so. So it was gone 8, and the well, it was just before 8. No, must have been. Anyway, what point was it? Must have been about 20 to 8, quarter to 8. So I had to then walk to. I didn't really have any lunch actually. I did take a bag of crisps and that with me, but I didn't eat them. I think breakfast kind of filled me up more than I was expecting. So I was like, I really need to go get some dinner. So I went over to Mackie D's, and came back, and it was like scoffing down my food because I had all of like, knowing that I was going to be doing this. The party was due to start at 9, and they told us to make sure we were there for the 9 o'clock start because something special, we had to be there. So I was like, okay, I get down there for 9 o'clock. So, but by the time I got back from McDonald's, it was like 8:05. So I had like 10-15 minutes to scoff down my food. I had a milkshake and I didn't get a chance to drink it all. It still sat on the rail in the bathroom because I took it in there with me for to sip on while I was doing my makeup. Anyway, so I got back. I quickly scoffed that down. Rushed into the bathroom to do my the makeup, which was difficult because there wasn't much of the pale skin, that kind of base colour, if you will. There wasn't much. There was barely any of that left after yesterday, so that didn't go as far as I would have liked. So I ended up using a lot of the like kind of white and blending it in and stuff like that. So for the time, bearing in mind that I can't see clearly on the mirror what I'm doing, so it was a lot of kind of guessing and just trying. But it's not too bad. It's not as good as yesterday's, but I can't complain considering I did it in like 5-10 minutes sharp. So I got that. I went down, and it was amazing seeing some of the costumes and stuff. Some basic ones, some cool ones, even the little ones. Like there was one lady I met, and she just had a red top on and some devil horns. It just looked cool. Didn't have to be perfect or that. Just very simple, minimalistic. No, it was nice seeing. There's one lady I keep bumping into. She's very friendly. She was dressed as Chucky. That was brilliant. That was hilarious. She'd done her hair up in pigtails and that. It was very, very creepy. And there was 2 ladies going around. I don't know if they are related. They look alike, so if they're not, then I apologise. But they were doing the 2 girls out of The Shining, the murdered twins. That was hilarious. And creepy. But anyway, we're going for the thing. Everybody's like, oh, what's going to be the surprise thing? And it turned out they'd done this haunted toy. It was hilarious. It's like they'd put up this curtain to cordon it off, and they put some sections in, kind of thing. It was like a tent, and they had a bunch of crew members kind of along the way in different costumes and that, and jumping out at you and touching you and stuff like that. It was hilarious. And they had this one section where it was like strobe lighting, and they had these people like dolls, just like robot moving kind of towards you. It was more hilarious and scary. But I went through with the 2 the Shining twins. So I let them lead the way. So unfortunately I probably missed some stuff because I was aware of where I was walking and where I was putting my sticks. But yeah, no, I came out of there, and Joanne and Leslie were going in. They were further down the queue. And I warned them about the strobe because I didn't know if Joanne was sensitive to the strobe lighting. But they weren't going to stay at the party, so I wanted to stay. I wanted to, well, you never know, in case any of the stars came. They said they were going to come down, so, and, I don't want to do that, I don't mind bumping into them, chatting to them, whatever, but, yeah, so, that wasn't my intention, but I was sat at the table for ages, and I got kissed on the hand by a very hot guy. That was nice. Definitely highlight of the weekend. Very charming. But the problem is with that kind of environment is it's very loud because of the music. And it's very difficult to talk. And I have, for anybody who doesn't know, I have tinnitus in this ear. And hearing loss. So I struggle to hear as it is on some level. So in that kind of environment, it makes it even worse. But nobody was starting a conversation with me. I think I bumped one guy. He was with two other ladies, and there were 2 seats between me and the next person around the table. So I said, "Oh, do you want me to move up one so all 3 of you can sit down?" And he was clearly drunk as hell. It was so funny. But then again, like I say, alcoholism and stuff like that. I'm not saying being drunk means you're an alcoholic. I just mean like that kind of thing. You don't know how far to take it sometimes. How, just being silly. There's being silly, and then there's like awkwardness. I can't explain it. My family weren't like that, but it's, I've had encounters with other people that have been ridiculously inappropriate while under the influence, and not in a pleasant way, if you know what I mean. So that's difficult to explain. I can't explain myself properly. Sorry, this is one thing, and again, this is another reason why I called my channel. I do a lot of sketchy reviews, is because I don't word myself in the way I want to. So I'm apologising for babbling on, and instead not getting to the point. Welcome to my channel. This is why I don't do video logs anymore. Anyway, so yeah, nobody was starting, and I can't start conversations with anybody. I try, but I just fall so flat. And I did try it with a couple of people, and they just kind of blanked me, and that got me really down. It's like a couple of people turned up as zombie versions of Leonard and Penny out of The Big Bang Theory. And they looked brilliant. The guy especially looked like Leonard. It was creepy. But there was these people that they'd been chatting to. And I said, "Oh, can you take a photo, please?" And these people just completely ignored me and walked off. And that was just a big blow. It sounds really silly, it's really petty, but I'd started to, that was the thing, I started to get really lonely at the party. I was sat there and everybody else was talking amongst themselves. I did this last year, god damn it, I talk about it and I start getting all, I have to probably turn the tape off again in a second. So I was ending up sat there and I was just watching everybody and, stuff. And yeah, I just started getting a bit low, kind of thing, just sat there, and there's only so much you can do watching people dance and stuff and listening to music. But getting uncomfortable on those seats with my back and stuff was not very nice. So I was starting to get low. I did the, I said I'd make sure I stayed. I did the Star Trek in dance this year. Because of falling over last year, I wanted to kind of get my pride back in check. I know my health has deteriorated and that, but it's bad when you can't even do the Star Trek in dance anymore. So I did that, and Doctor in the TARDIS was directly after, so I did that one as well. I didn't stay to do Macarena. Macarena's normally the one that I definitely do, as well as those two. But yeah, I did those, and then I was really struggling for breath, and my back was killing me and stuff afterwards. And when I was doing the Doctor in the TARDIS, I choked on a few freaking scully wig hairs. So that's making me feel quite sick at the moment, actually. I don't think it helps with me crying. But yeah, that hair is not settling. Honestly, I do not know how you people have long hair. What is wrong with this hair? Well, actually, short hair does not suit all women. But really, women, how do you have such nice hair and keep it out of your face? It's difficult for me because my hair's so thick, so I can't have long hair. It is just a nightmare. It's a nightmare when it's this short. Look at this. Look, there's nothing there. But that's still a nightmare. look. Yeah, so I was feeling a bit sick and that. I thought I'd get some air, and I was just wandering around, and so silly, just seeing all the people grouped together in their pairs and talking and chilling out. And I think the thing is everybody was drinking. Even if they weren't drinking, they had like a beverage of some sort. And I just wasn't prepared to go buy it. Well, I wasn't there. I just didn't feel, to go to the bar. And we get discounts with our pass, but yeah, I just didn't. I took a couple of pictures with like the Leonard and Penny and stuff like that, and I was just like, I got to get out of here. So I came back. So now I got to take all this makeup off. It's coming up to 11 o'clock. So I got to take all this off. This was a waste of time. But not. It was, I felt like I'd done something. It was nice to do it for the chat as well. Just to show that I can get in the flow of stuff. But yeah. I don't know, at least I didn't sit, I stayed at the party for as long as I could. I didn't want to, sorry, my nose is really wet there. I think the makeup's getting up it. I didn't want to just leave. I wanted to stay at the party for as long as possible, be a part of it. I could have stayed longer, but I wanted to get this makeup off and that and be done by midnight. I mean, I can sleep until I've got one photo shoot tomorrow. And that's it. And then the talks in the afternoon, obviously. I would really like to do a guest encounter with Andy Umberger. Not that I don't want to do with one with Mark Metcalf, but just financially I don't think it's going to be an option. But I did one. I don't think I've mentioned it. Or did I? I did a guest encounter with Troy Blendell and then Claire Kramer. His one was at 3 o'clock. I went in the hall after that finished. There was the quiz at 4 o'clock. The game show kind of thing that they do with two teams with the two of the, well, because there was only 4 guests, it was all of them upstage, and then they have like somebody out of the audience on each team. And so there was on 4, and then they had Claire Kramer and Andy Umberger's guest encounters at the same time at 5 o'clock. So I had to pick either or. So Claire was the one I really wanted to be in mainly, see mainly. So that was a lot of fun. She's a really fun lady. But Troy Blendell was probably more fascinating. There was a lot of people in the Claire Kramer, because they had the VIP ticket holders come in as well. So, and unfortunately, there was one guy that was just bringing up random stuff. And I'm not going to go into details because I don't want to sound like that's his prerogative and that is not in my place to, but it just got annoying. I say that and then I'm just like, oh my god, shut the fuck up. No, I'm joking. It was just, he was diverting the conversation a lot onto very random stuff that nobody was particularly interested in. It had no bearing on, asking her any questions or stuff like that. It was all, once she said that she liked horror films and that, he was like giving her suggestions for all these movies, and she's just sat there going, okay. She's like, I'm gonna have to start writing these down, and it's just like, it's so embarrassing. You're sat there going, oh my god. The Troy one wasn't that bad because there was fewer people. I think it was like 6 of us. But yeah, I get really self-conscious though, because they start talking about something and you kind of agree with them and stuff like that, and then you get very self-conscious about talking and stuff. So in a way, say, like I just made that judgment about the other guy in the Claire Kramer one. So yeah, so it's been an interesting day. A bit manic getting all the autographs. Like I said, I got one photo shoot tomorrow. I could have spread it out. I could have done, but I'm gutted I didn't get mine. That was what I was saying. earlier when I got cut off, I was gutted when the chamber lady came in. I was gutted that I didn't get a... I mentioned that to Andy Umberger in it's fucking makeup, seriously. In the drinks reception, I said that I got so I didn't get to ask for a hug, and he was joking. He was like, "Oh, we'll have to get a selfie later or something, so, some other time." So it was kind of funny. But yeah, no, it's been fun. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry I've been down. I don't know, like I say, it just catches you out of the blue. And I'm not feeling that so much. I think I've just gotten the feeling that I had last year. And of course, like I say, before I came last year, I was really, really, really down. And I've been down lately, but nowhere near as much. There's been a number of stuff, say like with, the positive stuff with the geeky chats and stuff, that have helped me feel better about myself and about my place in the world, if you will. Oh my god, see, I get emotional about that. Jeez. Freaking thing, honestly. Brains are so annoying. But yeah, no, I am really sorry that I've been a bit emotional in this. I was hoping, because I came away so much more relaxed this time, not happy, but just feeling better. I was hoping that I would not have any of these moments, but I think, I've tried calling and texting Donna at points and stuff like that, and not getting a response from her, and I think, I'm having a nice relaxing time. I'm enjoying some of my time on my own, but every now and then you just get those little bursts of loneliness. But anyway, yeah, I gotta go take my makeup off now. Joy of joys, the process that takes about 50 hours longer than it takes to put on. Leslie from next door very kindly gave me a couple of wet wipes, so hopefully I won't end up with a huge freaking sore on my face again. So note to self, do not scrub so hard. But finally I'll be able to pack this stuff and that, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to settle down. I'll do my movie review for the night, and then we'll see what tomorrow holds. But for now, I'll see you later. Night.